anything on camera that you think embarrassed your family? Or like did your mom say like, Shanae, why did you do that? You embarrassed me.
Not so much. I don't think much of what I did was embarrassing. I was embarrassed that I forgot that night that Rocky and Zuli came over. I answered the door with no pants on. Oh. So everyone saw my extra light booty.
Okay.
I was a little embarrassed about that because I was like, ooh, booty. And then, me flashing Tiana in the pool. That was kind of embarrassing. Only because I didn't remember. I didn't remember that I did that. And
how do you guys drink that much that you don't remember what's going on?
I mean, we film all day, every day. You know what I mean? And we just live. Like you're not gonna like. If you were told to remember everything you did for the past month, would you?
I remember what I did.
Hello. So you really just forget. It's not even about drinking, really. It's just about you forget. I forgot I was in the pool and she has to see my boobs. I just forgot. So those were two things. I'm just not big on showing my body. So like to forget that I showed my boobs and my ass. Two different occasions, but I was just like, ugh. And I even got a text message from my mom like, really, Shanae, naked booty? Like the whole thing? I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, when I was in college, I told my mom that I wanted to do the Bad Girls Club, and she was like, oh, hell no. Because, I mean, I grew up on a small island, so it's not like, you know, if I did something, if I kissed a girl, or if I got drunk, or if I had sex on TV, girl, everyone, my mom would be in the grocery store and people would be pointing like here. So my mom was like, hell no. But, you know, I definitely respect everybody who went on the show, because like Tanisha said, that's an experience that nobody can truly understand, because we weren't there with y'all.
No one.
So, and this brings me to my next point. There was no way in hell I was going to let them beat my ass. There's no way. Like, I don't know why you left. I would really like you to explain that, why you left. But me, personally, I would have held on to one of them. I would have did the damage that needed to be done. And then every single day, I would fight one and one and one and one until they all got their ass whooped.
That was my plan originally. I can tell you that the night that I got jumped, I knew that it was going to happen. I didn't know that I would get jumped, but I knew I was going to get into a fight. Okay. I knew that I was going to get into a fight. When I saw that Gigi, because what people don't know is that what they forgot to, what the girls forgot is that I'm from New York. And in New York, you are very aware of everything that goes on around you. Because the moment you let your guard down, someone's got your purse. I
know a lot of New Yorkers,
you know what I mean?
That. They know everything.
So I peeped everything. I peeped the whole scene. And I knew that one of them was going to fight me that night, just from the way they was doing in the club. I was sober. I didn't drink at the club because I hadn't eaten all day. So I knew I was going to get into a fight. But when I saw Gigi in the corner taking off her stuff, I knew I was going to get jumped. So I took my socks off. And she was right. I took my socks off because I knew we were on hardwood. And I needed a grip. So I needed to take my socks off. And partly, yes, I was ready to go to bed because that scene was cut into like 30 seconds, but she was in my face forever. And I was just aggravated. So when I stood up or whatever and Gigi ran in because she heard Stephanie get pushed, I already knew what was like, I already knew what was going to happen, which is why I was so, like, I was so turned. I didn't stop swinging. Like, even after they had my hair and they were pulling me in two different directions, like, I just swung my fists in each direction my hair was being pulled. Like, I knew it was going to happen. After they broke it up and they still was running up on me and trying to swing on me and stuff, I sat in the room by myself for a while because they had to get all the girls downstairs and they had to get production upstairs to figure out what I wanted to do next. So I was upstairs for a while and I was thinking, and I was just thinking, I was contemplating, I was just hurt, I was confused, I was angry, and I just knew that if I didn't leave, I was gonna become the type of bad girl that I didn't want to become. So in my head, I'm like, I want everyone. I want everyone. I want all of y'all, like one by one. But I know, and this proves it, I'm never gonna get a fair one with y'all. Not in these walls. I'm never gonna get. And it took forever for them to break the fight up. It took security and production way too long. It took way too long.
Well, I think certain fights they want to happen, and then others they're like, oh, this might be too much, let's break this up. Because I've seen bad girl fights that they last, to me, they last too long. And it's, especially if you see a couple of girls jumping on one girl, to me, from the second they see that second girl running in, that fight should have ended. And I'm sure it's a lot of people. I mean, if I have to, I don't know, I feel like if I was a camera person and I see you getting jumped, I feel like there were
sound people. There were sound people. Shout out to, I can't say most of their names. I can't say their names because of consent. But there were a lot of sound people who had my back. I will say that. There's a lot, because production never had a problem with me. Like, a lot of the girls would curse out production on days that they would get fed up with being on film, and they would give attitude. Production never had a problem with me. Never.
But how would they get fed up with being on?
Because
you came on the show, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. Production never had a problem with me. So when they were breaking up the fight, when they saw what was happening, like, it's funny because I can see one of the guys, like, he's trying to stay out of frame, but he's trying to hold girls back at the same time. It's so funny. But that fight went on way too long, and I wanted all the girls. You know what I mean? At the time when it happened, I didn't know who was involved. I thought everyone was. So I thought I got jumped by 5 girls, and I was just done. Like, I was like, I'm never gonna get a fair one. They're gonna do me how they did Sarah. I'm gonna be fighting one. They're gonna run up behind me. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, is it worth it? Like, is it worth it? I'm gonna lose myself in this situation.
I mean, I honestly feel like at the end of the day, I probably would have felt bad for the way I have acted. You know, if I had really one by one beat their ass, I probably, you know. I mean, I would have gotten praise for it. I'm sure the fans would have been like, "Oh, Shanae, you're the best," yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, I know what I'm capable of. Right.
And the girls jumping me means that they know it too.
Right.
So I don't have anything to prove. Y'all proved it for me. Like, I'm good. I got all that I needed from the show. I got enough airtime. I got enough camera time. I spent my time in Miami the best way I knew how. I'm good. Now, a lot of people, a lot of fans, my mom, a lot of friends were not happy with my decision. But no one is going to make me regret it, or is going to make me feel like I made the wrong decision, because no one will ever understand what it's like to be in that type of situation. No one. Yeah. I literally felt like I had no one.
I thought you were gonna cry, honestly.
When I got jumped?
Not because you got jumped, but because of the situation. Because I always saw you as an emotional person. So after it happened, I'm like, dang, she ain't crying? Why is she not crying? Like, I think I'd be so frustrated that I couldn't do anything, that the only other emotion to show would be like tears.
I was tired. That's the best emotion that I could explain it in a nutshell. I was tired. I was so tired. Like, that was the breaking point. Like, you can't even fight me one-on-one. Like, I'm tired. Like, I can't even do this anymore. Like, it's not like the Bad Girls Club ain't supposed to be this. Like, this is not what it's supposed to be. Like,
well, you know, it is a Bad Girls Club, and honestly, if everybody in the house got along, who would really watch it?
I mean, I'm not asking for us to get along. I'm asking for us to fight fair. I don't have a problem with fighting. Okay. I've said that in every interview. I do not have a problem with fighting at all. My mom doesn't even think that I can fight. When she saw the footage of me and Stephanie, and I was giving it to her, oh yeah. I don't have to brag on my hands. I don't have to brag on what I can do. I've never believed in it. You touch me, it's a wrap. I see red. That's all I see. And I mean, that's it. Like, I don't have to brag about it. I don't have to be that bad girl that screams and waves my hand in your face and does all this and yada yada yada. I'm not gonna do all that. It's not worth it. What's understood don't need to be said. I'm not gonna waste my time arguing. What's up?
I feel you.
What's up? So it is what it is. But I'm not with the whole jumping situation. I've never jumped anyone in my life.
Yeah, that's just not cool.
I'm good. Like, I'm good. Not for that check.
How did you guys walk around with basically nothing on sometimes? When all these people filming, you have engineers, audio people. Like, I would be like, oh my God.
It was definitely a little weird at first, but honestly, it's not as exposed as people think. You know, they knew when we were taking showers and stuff, because the whole house is bugged and it has cameras everywhere. So they knew when, like, we would be taking showers and getting ready, and they wouldn't film us during that time. You know what I mean? Like, when we're out the shower and we're lotioning our bodies, cameramen are downstairs, like in the kitchen on their phones texting and, you know, chilling and all this other stuff. And then, you know, they probably get the green light, like, okay, everyone's dressed upstairs in the beauty room doing their makeup, let's get some shots. That's when they come back upstairs. Okay. And they get the, you know what I mean? So it wouldn't be like a completely invasion of privacy unless you're having sex in the shower. And then, of course, they have to film that. You know what I mean? But it was never like, oh, she's getting out the shower, let's get a cooter shot. Like, it was never.
But some of the girls walked around in, like, thongs.
I mean, a lot of people are secure with themselves. I never really was. The only time you saw me in a thong was when I let Zuli and Rocky in. It's because nobody else was answering the door. And, you know, I just heard
and
it.
Everybody saw your white booty.
Yeah, white booty. Never saw it after that. But, you know, it's, I never walked around in no thong. Tiana is just a nudist. Okay. And so is Jazz. But, like, I can say that Gigi, Steph, me, we were never really the ones to walk around like really exposed like that. So, okay.
So overall, how would you sum up your experience?
Life changing. It made me really realize a lot about people. I'm so used to being around a certain type of person, right, that I think that we all think the same, and I feel like we all have the same moral code, and we all have the same beliefs, and we don't. There are so many different people in the world. Everyone's mind is so different. Everyone's beliefs are so different, and there's really people in the world that you are just not meant to coexist with. Yeah. And I got a taste of that in the house. I really always believe that I'm an easy person to get along with. People just choose not to like me for the most astronomical reasons. Like,
I mean, you seem pretty cool to me.
I'm really not a confrontational person. I'm not petty. I give credit when credit's due. I'm not a hater. Never been a hater. Never will be a hater. I can sit here right now and say Benzie's a cute girl. Benzie's done model work. You know what I'm saying? She's done print work. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Benzie's ugly. That's not my steez.
Well, your credibility is kind of off. I mean,
never been a hater. I will never sit here and say that any of the girls in the house are ugly. I can say that I don't like what you do, and me and you will never be friends. We will never coexist. We will never be partners. None of that. There's some girls that I cannot be fake with. Right. I've tried to take the higher road, and people are still talking on social media like it's over and done. Like I'm washing my hands with it. I've tried to be nice too much. So I'm done with it. There's just some people that do not deserve that. They just don't deserve for you to keep giving them free passes.
And it takes so much energy.
Yeah. So I'm done with it. But at the end of the day, BGC was a very life-changing experience. I learned a lot from it. I did get to meet a lot of great people, and I wouldn't change it. The only thing I would change is just letting my guard down too fast.
If you have a topic or someone you'd like to see on the show, email us at JamPotTV@gmail.com or send us a tweet at JamPotTV. Thank you for watching. Do it, nay, nay, do it, do it, nay, nay, do it,